Oh, those words mean so much. This is Tim's New York Giants Trade Talk. Powered by Like Big Blue LLC. I want to talk about how stupid certain Giant content creators are in general. I want to talk about Michael Penix Jr. starting, against the New York Giants. I remember when this game was circled on so many fans' calendars because of the fact that we were going to be so good and Atlanta was going to be so bad. And this was a penciled-in win because we were going to be playing against Michael Penix Jr. and probably not Kirk Cousins. Oh, and how the tides have turned with this 2-win team. There's a lot of controversy swirling around about Talking Giants and everything that they said and did about reference to the gentleman that works with the Giants and the alleged phone call. Because, there's no proof, so I can't tell you the phone call happened or actually didn't happen because we've learned this with Stephen A. Smith and other people on ESPN. Well, evidently, of course, they're saying that the Giants told them to take down that video about Joe Shane being fired because the Giants didn't like it in the building. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. I don't even want to call myself a Giant content creator because I'm not. Because the majority of them are stupid. Literally. Dumb as a box of rocks. You don't bite. Maybe their parents didn't teach them this, but you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You don't shit where you eat. And you don't call out a team on a phone call, allegedly, because I don't know if it's true. I'm just going to use the word allegedly because in legal terms and legalese, that's what you need to do. Allegedly, and then sit there and pontificate about how you really don't need the Giants and pontificate about the fact that, well, they really haven't done anything for us. I love the one point when it goes, they didn't build my career. If you call this a career, you and I got some seriously different definitions. I'm gonna give everyone a little hint, kiddies. The Giants don't need content creators. The NFL doesn't need content creator. It's like a flea in the ass of life. It's an annoyance. NFL teams have their own YouTube and social media footprint. They have their own shows. They have their own personalities. And I find this really interesting that the fact that you're going to call somebody out. First of all, it's beyond unprofessional to turn around in any industry and then put someone on blast without giving them the chance to speak their own piece. And you shouldn't do it either way. Because what's funny? Some people just you learn this when you're in the business world. And I've tried to teach all my employees this and all the people I've managed before. Listen, you're going to come across a time where you're going to get a tidbit of information where something's going to happen, where someone's just having a bad day or a bad moment. And the idea is the measure of a man will tell you what you do at that point. Do you turn around and put that person on blast, or you just let it cool down for a day, or someone call that person back and speak to them in a professional manner? I know which way the pussy way is. I know which way it is to get the likes, the clicks, the bleeps, and the boops. I know which way that is. And I'm going to give you another little hint here. NFL teams, NBA teams, NHL teams, MLB teams, they allow the existence of content creators. These teams could literally slap copyright restrictions on every one of these videos, every one of our videos, for either using the logo, the likeness, for using any type of audio, video, and they could just shut the whole shit down because of the fact that it is their likeness, it is their copyright, it is their logo, it is all their proprietary information. They literally could just say, fuck you all. Every one of these videos that uses anything Giant related is in violation of our copyright agreement. Literally, they can do that. They can say all these videos, copyright infraction. You play a little video, a little snippet of the Giants, they can slap it on. And you know what they do when that happens, when they slap on that restriction? You get that copyright strike. Or even on the point where they don't give you a copyright strike, but they put the copyright restriction on, you don't get to monetize that revenue. You don't get to monetize that video. And to think that there is people that are holier than thou. I am holier than thou. I am above everything. Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord. It's bad enough that this team is a 2-win team. It's bad enough. But when you have to endure the everlasting stupidity of people, that makes it even worse. It really does. And the fact that people lack the professionalism or even the professional courtesy to give someone a moment of, to either let the situation defuse, that's Bush League. Sorry, it is. It's Bush League. It's unprofessional. And like I said, have the person on your show. Let him defend himself against the alleged phone call, because legal purpose, you always have to use the word alleged. I love when people say, you're calling him a liar. I'm not calling anyone a liar. I'm just using the term alleged. You can infer anything you want. If I want to fucking call someone a liar, I'll call you a liar to your fucking face, because I got no problem with that. Anyone that knows me, anyone that's met me in that parking lot at F8, I don't back down from shit. But literally to sit there and do this, that to me is just irreprehensible. It shows a lack of professional maturity. And to say that they haven't hurt my professional career. You doing giant videos is your personal. It seems to be your career. As sad as that is, that seems to be your career. And then to go after the team like you're a beat writer, like you're someone important, like the Giants only did this for us, and then to basically call out only what the Giants did for you. What do the Giants owe you? What should the Giants do for you? You should thank your existence that they allow you to play in this circle. I'm not defending this team because, and another thing, put your money where your fucking mouth is. You want to take the super chats, you want to take the revenues, then go to a game. Go buy season tickets, because that's what us season ticket holders do since 1976. We buy tickets. We actually add revenue. So we actually have more of an opportunity to complain, because like when people say, well, it's not your money. Yeah, it is my money. Because I write a check. I write a very large check every year. And so is my family. It's sad. It really is sad. It's a sad existence. And it just makes you ponder things. Thank God, get off my lawn. The Mad Ramblings over Gen Extra is blowing up again. Because it's just you have a certain segment of people in the space that think they're above everything, and really they're nothing. That's just a fact of life. That's just the facts of life. In the grand scheme of things, like I said, they are a fly on the ass of life of the Giants. And if the Giants want to swat that fly away, they can. They can go from there. And for people to be like, well, they're just calling out the Giants for this stuff. Whatever. Learn some professionalism. I was taught a long time ago that certain professional spaces, such as advertising, marketing, media, sports, is a very small space. You burn one bridge from one person, that person may go somewhere else. There are other people that may be like, you know what, maybe I don't want to deal with these people because of the fact of what they just did. You're not Stephen A. Smith. You're on giant YouTube. Oh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know what? The people that are actually older and more professional and have an understanding of life will understand what I'm saying. They'll get it. There'll be people that'll bash me for this video, and I reached in my pocket and I found zero fucks. That's just the way life is. That's just the way the world goes around. And like I said, I'm not defending the Giants. If the guy did it, you know what? Maybe he was just asking. We don't know even the context of the call. Maybe he was just asking. But I guess it's his journalistic integrity. Dear fucking Lord. Any moron with a mic. That's what they say. That's what I say about myself. That's what I say about myself. Like I said, I'm contractually obligated by certain partnerships to finish out this year. there's gonna be a reassessment of how many videos we do and what we do, only because of the fact that you just don't want to be associated with this garbage and this bullshit. And like I said, I've met John Mara. I've met Wellington Mara. I've met Bill Parcells, Tom Coughlin. I've been in that building. I tell people I grew up in MetLife. I grew up running down, I grew up running down from the upper level down the lower levels, down the spirals, down the loop, as fast as you could as a kid. I always tell the story. Back in the early 80s, my dad would give me $20, $30 and a ticket with my friends and say, I'll see you here at 4:30. So maybe my fandom is coming out and protecting the team. Because listen, John Mara, and you know what? It's a business. It's an ownership. John Mara, if he doesn't fire Joe Shane and Brian Dable, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. If he does, he does. He doesn't, he doesn't. That's fucking life. But because you know what? And the Giants are a very small portion of my life. Very small portion of my life. My family takes up that larger portion, that almost entire portion. Michael Penix starting against the Giants is the worst fucking nightmare there is. You thought the season got worse. It just gets worse and worse and worse for Joe Shane. And I love it. How do you bring back Joe Shane when he's the one that signed Daniel Jones and brought in Brian Dable and had most of these drafts? How do you do that? I mean, literally. But the fact that Penix is going to get his first start in Atlanta against the Giants. And I said it before. If I was the Giants, I would have taken Penix early. I would have traded out of that spot, taken Penix early, and grabbed someone like Keenan Coleman in the second round. I liked Brian Thomas Jr. I said, I didn't think he was going to be what he is now, but I said he would be a good pick. I didn't think Ladd McConkey was going to be around, Xavier Leggett. There were so many other options. You literally could have had a quarterback and a wide receiver in the same draft and watched them mature and maturate together. And everyone laughed at the Falcons for taking him because they had Kirk Cousins. Everyone laughed at them. Oh, those Falcons are just so silly. How silly are they now? If Penix lights it the fuck up, how silly are they? Let's give them something to talk about. Let's talk about love. Well, at least Christmas is here. That's good. We have a video coming out, I think, on Friday about Travis Hunter. That's a Mint Mobile video. We also have another Mint Mobile video coming out, I think, on Tuesday of next week about who the Giants should potentially bring in as their head coach. And there's a lot of options if they go that direction. But I can't do Mike Vrabel. I'm going to tell you right, I'm going to be a little preview. I can't do Mike Vrabel. After watching Mike, like I said, I had the inevitable, or not inevitable, I can't even talk today. I had the task of watching Titan football for 2 years because of Malik Willis. And watching the way Mike Vrabel coaches, watching the way he doesn't make adjustments in the second half, watching the misuse of Derrick Henry, the overabundance of loyalty to Ryan Tannehill. There's just he could be the perfect Giant coach because he just doesn't get it in regards to certain things. So he could be the perfect Giant head coach. Probably not gonna be able to make the stream today because I had not stream whatever it's called the premiere today because I do have a doctor's appointment at 11. We usually do these streams at 11:30. So as always, don't forget to like, remember to subscribe, remember to ring that bell. You want to know why? Let me know.